Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everybody doing today? It's Tuesday. It's summer.
It is not.
Doesn't get any better than that. Oh my gosh.
48 degrees at night is not summer.
This is true. This is true. But it's coming. It's definitely coming. I promise. Oh, let's see. Go see where the chat is and see who's in here. Well, I hope everybody's having a good day.
Yes,
It's Tuesday. It's June 4th. It's my stepdaughter's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Her name is Mallory.
Well, that's a pretty name.
Yeah, I always remember her birthday because, well, I mean, I should always remember her birthday. But, so when she was born, this was what Mike always used to tell me. He would say she was 4 pounds, 6 ounces, and she was born on 6/4. So that's how he always remembered her birthday.
Oh, wow.
It's the correlation, I guess. Good morning, David. Oh, thank you, David. We don't need no politics in here. No, sir. That's for the Friday show.
I was just going to say that. That's for Friday. That's for Kathy and Marcel.
Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Hank. Hope everybody's having a good morning. It's been an interesting. It's actually been a couple of interesting days. Just I don't know. I've been doing some how would you say, soul searching, and just kind of trying to. I'm always trying to figure myself out. I'm always analyzing and trying to figure out why I do what I do, and so yeah. Good morning, Karen. Morning, nitty gritty picker.
Sometimes it's good to inspect yourself,
True.
make sure you're on the right path and such,
Yeah.
or not and just wing it.
Well, you know, I mean, with this whole and I call it a thing, but it's a thing that I'm consistently going through, learning about myself. But the whole grieving mourning, I can't really get past that. But I don't think it's something that goes away. I think it's something that you go through. I don't think it's something that you know go through and then it's done.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
No,
So
you'll have good days and bad days.
right, and so I'm trying to figure out, you know, not to say I think I'm doing well. I don't think my mental health is. I don't think that, and I think I'm progressing, you know, every day, but I don't know. So yeah, Hank wants to know if those are your new sunglasses.
Yeah.
got those at garage sale Saturday. I don't know.
Ooh, those are fancy.
They're new to
Fancy
me.
Fancy.
but yeah, and that's just me. I'm always analyzing myself and questioning myself and you know, I'm I'm a person that I can always do better. You know, I do okay, but there's always room for improvement.
Not me. I've reached perfection. There's no perfect.
I believe it. I believe it. So
Nope.
I hear Gwen.
I know
She's definitely putting her 2 cents in there.
she laughed.
She's I think that was her. So
What you do?
but you know, I've talked to I really haven't done much therapy. And I think I've kind of come to the realization that I do need to talk to someone and kind of get it, you know, get all of it out on the table, you know, because I think that's the way that I can move forward. Um, and it's hard to do that when you're in a house by yourself. You know, you can't get those expressions out. You can't. I mean, I appreciate you guys because I can do that with you guys. But I don't, you know, it's different when if you have that one-on-one. You know,
Yep.
I don't know. So I've been considering that. You know, thinking about maybe looking up a counselor or a therapist or now my sister is a social worker. That's what she's going to school for. She just graduated, or she'll graduate this next week or the following week. But I don't know if I think that maybe that's like too close to home. I don't know. So who knows? But I'm looking into that. I'm looking into the
Either
maybe.
way, make sure it's professional, trained.
Oh yeah,
Somebody.
definitely. They've got licensed. Yeah. When it first happened. Okay, so and I definitely believe in them. I think they're good. You know, a therapist, somebody to talk to, somebody that has an unbiased opinion. I think that's all good. Um, and I believe that it does help. You know, there's a lot of people that think that therapy, doesn't help or whatever. But I think it does help, and especially in my situation where I'm kind of uh, not out in the public and um, talking to people every day. I think, which I am because I'm talking to you guys, but um, so yeah, something that I'm looking into.
Yeah, it might seem more real though, being actually in the presence of someone.
Right.
Not that you have to lay down on the couch in the doctor's, psychiatrist's office couch or anything like that, but
right.
just being in the presence of someone who knows what their therapy craft is about, and
Right.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
If I tried to coach somebody on life skills, I would probably make them worse than they are.
Yeah.
And ruin myself in the process.
But
Yeah. Look up some pros and you'll have an interview with one. Can hurt.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that I'd like to look into, and it goes along with that, the whole self-care, type of thing, and
Yeah.
maybe just trying to understand everything. I don't know. I don't know. Well, what you got going on today, Todd?
Right now, I'm trying to get these dogs fed. Sorry.
Okay.
Filling up dog bowls right now. I'll be right. All right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So after getting my packages shipped, I'll probably start Gwen listing.
Yep.
So she said she wanted to learn. So
There we go. It's time. That's exciting, though. That's
Yeah.
definitely exciting. I'm happy for you. Happy for both of you. I think that's a I think that's a good thing.
she didn't have anything to list, but I have a feeling she may have a few clothes in her closet that
Oh yeah.
she doesn't wear much anymore.
It should be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Something new for her to learn. Um,
Maybe we could sell Izzy.
oh, that would never happen. That would never happen. Oh, I went to pay my car payment yesterday, and so I was talking to the lady, and I I go in every 2 weeks, and it's weird. They carry the contract, so they make the rules, and so basically you go in and pay your payment, not every month, but you go in every 2 weeks to pay. So, whatever. If that's that's their thing, then that's their thing. So I go in and I pay my payment, but then I need to set up some other way to pay my payment while I'm gone. Um, so I'm, telling her about this, and I said, yeah, I'm going to be gone for a month. And she's like, a month? And I said, yeah, I'm going to be gone for a month. So I need you to, I just wanted to get in, tell her about it, and get out, and really didn't want to spend a whole lot of time, talking about it. But, I told her where I was going and blah, blah, blah. And so she was looking on something on the computer, and she's like, so on your occupation, you said you're a reseller. What is that about? I was like, we're going to be here for a while.
Oh, pull up a chair, get
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah. So, I was explaining to her, oh, She goes, well, I would love to do something like that because, I'm getting older. And she goes, oh my God, I'm 58. I only have 4 more years. And I'm like, oh. But I said, it is a perfect thing if you want to retire. It's good for a supplement, you know. And she's like, so what do you sell? And I said, clothing. And she's like, people buy used clothing? I said, that's why they have thrift stores.
Yeah.
They have, you know, used stuff. Oh, I would never buy used clothes online. But there's plenty of people that do.
Yeah.
Um, and like I told her, I sell other things, gadgets, appliances, basically whatever's going to make a buck. And yeah, so she was going on and on and on and on about it and everything. And so I, but she's like, well, how would I? She goes, I don't have any internet at my house. And I said, well, that might be a first step that you need to, if you decide that this is what you want to do. I mean, you could probably list on your phone. And I showed her how to get on eBay, the full site and all of that. But I said, if you decide that this is something you really want to get into, I said, you might want to get some internet. Um, you know, so, but yeah, I said, if you have any questions, and I gave her my number, I said, call me anytime, and, I'll try and walk you through it and, help you get going or whatever. And she said, I listed this one thing. I said, I need to sell this. And I can't even remember what it was. And she's like, I got on there. It was a camera. And so she listed the camera. And then she started getting all these questions. Well, what size is the lens? And, what's this function? And does it have this function? And she goes, I couldn't handle all the questions. And she said, I just took it down. I didn't want anything to do with it. And so I was like, well, yeah, it's kind of a telltale sign. But I said, you got to answer questions. I mean, people are going to, if you sell something on Facebook, people are going to ask you questions about the item. It's the same thing, so I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if you're going to do it or. So did she let you defer your payment? No, no, no. Um, no. But at least I got what I needed to get done in there, and maybe maybe I just put a little spark in her mind that said, maybe I can do that. So who knows?
Yeah.
I may be
If,
getting a call.
if somebody asks you a question you don't know the answer to, why don't you just say, I don't know?
Right.
That keeps you from completing a sale.
Right.
I would say, no, I don't know. Not an expert.
Yep.
Pictures of it, and there it is.
No, no, not. I didn't defer my payment or anything like that. No. So, well, she didn't have any control over that anyway. She she just takes the payments. That's kind of how it works. But yeah, so that was kind of interesting. Just telling. She goes, well, and then I told her about the show. I was like, maybe that's not a good idea, but I told her about the show, and she goes, you do that too? And I said, yeah. I said, I do that too. 6 days a week, and oh my gosh, she said, how do you have time to do anything else? I said, well, it's only 2 hours. I mean, that's not. It's 24 hours in a day. You got plenty of time to do everything else. So, That was just funny.
Yep.
But it was interesting how she was how she was so interested in that. I just thought it was funny. Let's see. Got a question on a skirt.
Yeah, my tax accountant thinks what I do is just wonderful. She, that is so great. Look at how much you've made. And I'm like, yeah, it's all spent though.
Yeah, look how much you've made. Look how much taxes you're gonna have to spend too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she said, I was talking to so and so about what you do. And I was like, oh, great. Well, then they ought to do it too because they've got so much stuff that they need to get rid of. What's her name?
Yeah, exactly.
She said, well, can't, can't divulge that. They're a client. Oh, dang it. I thought maybe I was getting a reference
Right.
to,
And that also sparked something in me. Like, okay, so this lady said, you know, she was single for several years, accumulated stuff. I think she had a storage unit. And then she got with her husband, her current husband. They got married, and then of course, they meshed two houses together, and so he had a storage unit. So then she found some building or whatever that she could put all of her all of her stuff, all of his stuff in the same in the same building, and of course pay less in storage fees or whatever. And she said, but it's just sitting there. And I wanted to say, well, yeah.
sell it to me.
And she said, oh my God, I could never do a yard sale. So, that might be an option for me. That might be an open door for me to see what she wants to do. And if she doesn't want to sell it, and get into that, maybe that's something that I can help her with. I mean, I wouldn't do consignment or anything. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, it's definitely a possibility. There you are. Sorry, just answering a question. It says cute skirt. What's the measurements? Dude, it's in the listing. Scroll down a little bit further. You'll find them. So then I go and I take a picture of the measurements, and then I send them the picture. Sure, here you go. Whatever. So I got to go get scalped today.
Well, good. I can't wait to see you.
I'm like, yeah. Gonna go get a haircut. Valerie, your hair gets better and better. Oh my God, I want it. Well, thank you. I'm cutting it all off today. Just to trim. Just to trim. Karen says, I want to re-sign up for the inventory lab. I'm so cheap. I have to look for a discount code. I signed up yesterday. And they have a 30-day something or another. 30-day trial.
Is that the Amazon tool?
Yeah, it helps. It's basically an application that you can list all your stuff on there, and I don't know. When I did Amazon, I just did Amazon. I just use the Amazon thing app, and I didn't pay for anything else except what else did I pay for? Oh, just my professional account so I could sell through FBA, which is $40 a month. And then I guess the inventory labs is 40. Is it 40 or 50? I think it's four. I don't know. Somewhere around there.
I probably won't ever do Amazon, at least not until I get kicked off of eBay or something.
Oh my gosh. She said, yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think it is 50. Alana says, good morning, Alana. She said, I just started on Amazon again on Amazon and can't get my dumb printer to print my labels correctly. So frustrating. I'm sorry. So I started on Amazon yesterday. I got on Inventory Lab. I got all of my things. I got my batch started, and I got all my labels printed out, which to me it works a lot better with the Dymo, and basically as soon as you list something, your little labels print, pop out, and you put them on your item. So I don't know. That's the thing about these apps and these paid apps. If it's going to help you help the process, huh? Yeah, if it's gonna help you and help the process and make it easier and less traumatic, then it's worth it. And especially if it pays for itself. Now, if you're gonna get let's see. Violet Lemon says, I tried Dymo. It won't work. So now went back to my laser printer. Huh. That's really weird. Yeah, you just all you do with Inventory Lab is you connect it. Um, it finds your printer, and yeah, yeah, you connect your printer, and basically it syncs to your printer, and it just goes. You set up your printer and to the Dymo, and it just goes. Now you do have to change your labels, which is that's not a big thing. It's not a big deal. Um, I don't know. I like it. So, and I think I have 56 items total that I'm shipping. I got to look through my inventory, um, my listed inventory, and go through that and see if anything is good in there. I have a lot of books and stuff. So, but there's a whole bunch of places that I'm sending to. So, I don't know. Karen says, I know, Alana, I don't know what printer to buy. Dymo. Sorry I missed some of your talks. I was on the phone. Yes, Maggie, that is correct. You need to get them out. Morning, Carol. Maggie, did you talk to somebody at Inventory Lab to see if there was any way to get that, um, get your Rolo printer um, to sync with that? Okay, Mary or Maggie, she's going to the clinic. Yeah, a Dymo printer. You, I mean, with Inventory Labs, you, I call it labs. I don't know why it's lab. It's not plural, but I don't know why. I don't know why I do it, but I do it. So, there were instructions on the site, but I followed them. I would definitely, before you change um, your printer, I would definitely call like tech support, and they should be able to walk you through that. Especially with Inventory Lab, they should be able to help you. Yeah, maybe when I have more time, give it another go.
There might be a YouTube video on it.
True. Yes, I do have a Dymo. Love it. I get mad when I have to print a print a label on my inkjet printer.
You get mad.
I get so mad because I'm like, this. I can't believe I did this for so long. But yeah, I don't like taping the labels on. I just don't like the way that it looks. I'm spoiled. But best purchase I ever made by far. I'm gonna knock on some wood because I don't want it to like stop working. But
Now, why would they stop working? Are they unreliable or?
no,
Oh.
it's just my luck. I know my luck. I know how things go. So I'm just cutting it off right now. Just making sure that it's, Yes, it's very easy to change the Dymo or the labels on the Dymo from small labels to the Amazon. Yeah. I mean, so here's the Amazon labels. So it's just on a roll,
Yeah.
and it's super simple. Super super simple. I guess I need to do a video on that, huh? Wow, that is awesome, Liz. She found a Dymo at a free church rummage sale with cords and labels. It was destiny. I've been looking for a second one. So if anybody sees any second ones out there, you let me know. See
Yo,
any
yo, yo, what up?
out there in the wild. Hey Sally.
Hey, I'm late. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll take that. I'll dock your pay.
If, yeah, if this was a real job, I'd be fired by now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I woke up at 9:09
Oh my goodness.
and I'm like, I need a cigarette and some coffee. So, what are you looking for out in the wild?
Another Dymo printer.
Oh, okay.
She said build the setting through the Amazon shipments. Did not show Dymo size.
Hmm.
Maybe it's because I need inventory. Valerie, make a 5-minute video on Dymo. You would get lots of views. Okay. I'll put that on the list.
Just yeah, I would say like, anything that has to do with like doing Amazon, like
Mhm.
selling through Amazon, I would say that would be good little videos to make because
Mhm.
there's not a whole lot out there
Right.
that I've seen.
Yeah, and then
Like go ahead.
you could put you can make advertisements standing next to a Lamborghini on the beach
Oh my gosh.
and put it on YouTube.
Dymo for dummies.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
yeah.
agree. I think there should be something out there, for you know, like I said before, if it helps your business, if it's something that helps your business and can make things a little easier for you, then you know you have to weigh the price. Like Inventory Lab. Whether it's $40 or $50 a month, that is a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot to pay per month. Well, also you're paying your $39.99 for your professional account. That's a lot of investment, but it is an investment. It's for doing another platform.
And
Um,
so the inventory lab is that something that you have to have?
no,
Okay.
no,
So maybe a video on the difference between having the inventory lab and not having an inventory lab while doing Amazon also.
right,
The pros and cons of that, because to me that would be helpful, you know, because just like you said, spending that extra $30-$40, that's a lot for me,
right,
you
right.
know,
It's
like
a lot for me too.
like and to have to spend that, I would have to know more about it to um weigh the pros and cons and see if it's worth it for me.
Right. And also with the right, Karen, with the with Inventory Lab, you also get the Scoutify 2 app, which when you scan something, it'll tell you whether you're restricted, and it'll also tell you your return on investment minus your fees. I mean, it gives you a lot of information in a nutshell, basically, to tell you, you know, within seconds, like, here you go, make a choice,
Yeah,
and so I,
that's good.
yeah, so so far so good.
Hey, that boat that I bought a few weeks ago at a yard sale for a
Yeah,
dollar?
yeah,
I sold it this morning for $27.
sweet, awesome,
The
very very
Santa
good.
the Santa Maria.
The Santa Maria.
It's a part of a group because there's the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, and
Right.
some people don't have all three boats, so they're looking.
And the
So,
Titanic.
Good to know.
and the what?
And the Titanic.
The
Oh, well, probably
You,
that too, but it
you,
doesn't it doesn't go along with those three. That's a few movies away.
oh, okay.
But if you find it, I would say any of those boats. I've sold boats that don't have a name on it, that were pretty much kind of tore up. They had like strings and sails hanging down and stuff. Get it? And I've sold those, so you can sell them. If you find one for cheap, like at a yard sale or something, buy those suckers because people will buy them and fix them up themselves as like little, as long as they're not completely trashed.
Well, Tina and the kids and Kenny, everybody's home.
Oh, already?
They just got home. They get just they did a red eye.
Oh,
Their plane didn't leave until 11 o'clock last night.
oh my gosh.
So they flew into Detroit, and then they flew home. They got home, or they
Uh,
Uh-oh.
my froze. Is it me? Did you
No,
freeze,
Valerie froze.
Valerie? Okay. So they got home
freeze
and
frame.
yeah. What did you say? Because I missed like the last 30 seconds.
No, they haven't got home yet. They're at the airport. They got the kids loaded.
Oh.
They're headed home.
Oh, good. Good. That's good. I'm glad that they got home safe
She
or,
said
almost.
the last plane freaked us out a few times. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Some of
Sorry if
them
I
planes.
stalled on you.
Yeah, some of them planes are yikes. They look so old, and they probably are so old.
Well, probably turbulence. I'm
And
imagining that's what he's
well, yeah.
talking about. Because that can be. I don't like turbulence. I hate.
Well,
I don't.
me
And
neither.
I'm sure probably most people don't. But yeah, I don't like that.
My hand gets tightened around Brandon's a little too tight whenever it comes to the turbulence.
I'm
And
like,
and I have a lot of anxiety. I really should take something before I fly on a plane because really I'm not well. I could probably have a heart attack as much as my anxiety is up
right.
with planes and stuff. But Brandon being there helps me. But if I ever had to fly alone or something, I'd probably have to take a pill and down on a couple of shots or something.
Yep.
Visit the airplane bar, the airport bar.
Yeah. It was a very long trip. It was not long in time, but it was long in flying. I mean, they flew across the country,
Hmm.
and three kids under 3 years old.
Hmm.
That couldn't have been easy.
And they flew into big airports. Seattle is a huge airport.
Yeah, it is huge. It is huge.
I remember doing that when I was 17 years old. When me and Aunt Edna went up to Washington.
But
Yeah, up to Washington.
yeah. Um.
But this is like the best time to fly as far as cost and weather. Really, I mean, really, except probably flying back to North Carolina, you probably maybe hit some weather over there. But as far as like Seattle and Oregon and stuff, their weather is perfect right now.
Yeah. She said he dropped in the air when he got to 37,000 feet, and the landing was hard.
Mm.
So they've had a pretty hard landing. I, I'm okay flying. I'm all right with that, but sometimes it can get to me.
Yeah.
It can get kind of rough out there, especially if there's like storms, and they can't go around and they got to go through them and stuff like that. I don't
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, me neither.
So, but I'll be flying here soon. So hopefully y'all will be well with that.
Time to stock up on your beds.
I ain't got no meds for that. Yeah. Buy me some of those small little alcohol bottles, right? The brandy
Oh my God.
or some tequila. Have me
this
a
is
little tequila shot.
this is Imadka.
Oh my
Imadka. Yeah, it's vodka with an
wow.
emoticon on it.
No, thank you.
This one.
That looks like yeah.
Something you shouldn't drink.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Carol
it's
says I
it's
haven't been on a plane in 21 years. Yeah.
wow, Carol.
Is there a reason for that? How are you going to come to Texas if you haven't? You got that. It's
Is she,
time.
is she going to Texas?
I don't know. We keep saying that.
Go,
We
Carol.
we keep
You
saying
should.
that, but she
You
said
should
she's going
go.
to meet us in Texas. I don't know.
Alien hand sanitizer. No, it was actually vodka.
It could probably double for sanitizer, though.
Probably. This is true.
Oh, she says she's not afraid to fly. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Well, come on.
Better get your ticket.
We'll have all kinds of fun.
Get it. Man, did you list a lot yesterday?
Actually, no. That was just for a payment and a sale and a payment. So I sold a Black and Decker handy shortcut food processor motor.
That's what I pretty much sold the same thing. Yes, the other day, like 2 days
That's
ago.
weird. I know. I was
It was
like,
one of those
hey, I got one of those.
small, small Black and Decker
Yeah,
food
yeah,
processors.
yeah.
Wow, and that's exactly the motor that I sold too.
Yep.
If you're staying at Todd's house, Carol, then you better let him know because last time that Mama stayed at his house, he had to buy a trampoline so he could put it in the doorway and she could jump from the doorway to the bed. And she's in her 90s.
Oh
So no telling I don't think you'd get the trampoline.
my gosh.
You'd probably just have to like
Yep.
crawl.
Carol,
His wife will let him sleep in the carport with cats.
Oh my gosh.
Carol,
Come on, Carol.
if you're coming to stay with me, bring some stuff to organize death piles with. Like maybe some shelving and maybe some
You know what? I bet she could get
bins.
you in tip top shape.
Yeah, I bet you too.
She needs to come here, but yeah. Anyway,
Did you just look toward your death pile room?
huh?
Your eyes just went sideways. I was wondering if you were looking toward your death pile room.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right off there. Yep.
Yep.
All the good stuff.
I'm sending
That's
you a
right,
link,
Carol.
Carol.
Carol said, bring silver. I can organize others, just not myself. You look pretty organized in your pictures, in your videos.
Mm-hmm.
So
You have a living room with no, or your sunroom off of your
Yeah,
porch is
yeah,
really pretty.
yeah. And there's no, like, there's no stacks of clothing or
Nothing.
boxes or anything like that. I mean, it's pretty nice. I'd live in there. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
I'd live in that porch then.
ah,
My porch would probably be all filled up.
yeah. She said only in a few rooms. Well, I don't believe it. I think you're pretty organized. So
Did
that's
you
my
get it,
story.
Carol? I don't know if it's sent. Dang it.
I sent one to Beth.
Okay.
So,
Oh, she
um,
has a basement.
I'm gonna go get scalp today.
Scout. Who's Scout?
I'm gonna get my haircut today.
Oh,
Just a trim.
that's good.
Figure if I can get a little bit of a trim and get it kind of cleaned up and everything, then it'll give it time to. World, what's going on here? Give it time to grow out a little bit before I
There you are.
get going.
I was gonna send it again because it didn't look like it sent. How you doing, Kay Carol?
Oh, just Ducky. I'm still in bed. Surprise, surprise.
Good for you.
Oh,
Good for you.
yeah,
You're
I gotta take
probably
a
up
nap.
earlier than me.
I'm afraid to go downstairs. Every time I go downstairs, the dog bullies me into going for walks. I'm
I
afraid of
did
my
not.
own dog.
I did not go for a walk yesterday. Shame,
He's
shame.
just trying to motivate you. That's all that is. I wish I had a dog to motivate me. Mine all freaking lay around and stuff. Except yesterday, it was so cute because I went outside for something, and when I was coming back up the porch, you can see right into the backyard. And Prancer was prancing with his head looking towards me, but he was just prancing like a little deer, and I was like, you are so freaking cute. Come here so I can squish you.
He knows how to work it. If I
Yeah.
prance around, I'm gonna get
Man,
squished
yeah, he
by
knows.
my mama.
Mhm.
hmm He was just doing that around the backyard. And I'm like, what are you doing back there? Just prancing around looking pretty? Oh my God. You're so freaking cute, dog.
Oh
His
my
brother Toby can't look that cute.
God.
Oh, poor Toby.
I know, but
You're saying he doesn't look that cute.
he doesn't. I mean, he can. Well, he can get me because he has these doe eyes. And so the way he does it is he sits up, he sits like next to me, and then he looks up at me upside down,
Yeah.
and he has these really pretty eyes. And yeah, that's how he gets me. But he's not as cute as his brother, I have to say that.
I read an article about because every time like Toby looks at me, I can see the white under his eyes. Like he gives me these, I call them doe eyes. You can see the white under his eyes, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm like, oh my god, it melts me every time. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I read an article. It's how the dog's saying that he loves you.
Aw.
So now, if he doesn't, I love him even more because I'm like, oh my god, he's saying that he loves me, the poor thing. So I have to go and squeeze him because I'm like, how can I not? If he's trying to say I love you,
Oh my God.
I had to buy a muzzle for Toby which should be coming in either today or tomorrow, and because he doesn't let me clip his nails like I do the other dogs, and they're fine. They don't like growl at me or anything like that. Toby looks like he's gonna bite my face off whenever
Yeah.
whenever I just touch his toes.
Yeah,
And
some dogs don't like their feet touched.
yeah, I've never had a dog like that. I groom them myself, so well, Brandon helps me and stuff, but like for the most part, we do it ourselves. And so he won't even let Brandon do it.
Hmm.
He even growls and acts like he's gonna bite Brandon's face off whenever, usually the last time I did it, I wrapped him in a towel,
Right.
and that's how I did it. And he was not able to move. So, but it's a lot of stress on Brandon actually for him to act like that because it's Brandon's dog basically. So Brandon feels like he can't control his own dog pretty much.
Right. Right.
So um
I didn't control
it's
any of my dogs.
well, it's like if they're gonna act like that though, and I've tried to put them into a relaxed position, give them a bath, and that's how I clipped his nails. The time before that was in the bathtub. I laid him on his back and I clipped his toenails while he's in the bath,
Hmm.
and he was fine, except every once in a while he would get growly at me. And I'm like, you can't do this, Toby. I just try to keep him calm, and I try to make it a good experience for him. And I'm not going to change doing that once I get the muzzle, but I just don't see. Maybe if I do it a couple of times and I'm not hurting him, maybe
Yeah.
he'll see that it's not going to hurt him, and I'll be able to do it without. But other than that, I just can't see any other way. And they're getting too long. He's going to end up. He's already torn one off.
Yeah.
Like it just ripped out of his freaking foot, and it was gone, and he was bleeding.
Oh,
Ouch.
So I had
jeepers.
and he wouldn't even let me stop the bleeding with like flour or anything. So that's how you get the toenails to stop bleeding, right? You can
No, I
dip them.
didn't know flour.
You can pack them with flour, and they'll stop bleeding
Hmm.
if that ever happens.
Good
So
to know.
whenever I'm clipping toenails, I always keep a little cup of flour next to me in case, I cut too short or whatever.
Hmm.
I usually don't have that problem, but I think with Fuzzy, I did one time. I cut too short and it started bleeding a little bit, so I just packed it with flour. And it'll stop bleeding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to do with them, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. I didn't. It took me a while. It took me a while to order the muzzle because I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I never had to do that before, with any of my dogs, But I just can't see any other way.
You got to do what you got to do.
And I'm not gonna allow him to bite me. I'm not gonna make it that bad,
No.
And I'm not going to send him off somewhere to get groomed and bite somebody else. I'm not doing that either.
Yeah, they
Right.
would muzzle him. They would muzzle him if you bring him
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, I figure. So, why not just me muzzle him and just do it and get it over with, and
Yeah.
then we won't have to worry about it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
what's happening with everybody? Everybody's kind of quiet today.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet. Yeah, I usually when I take the dogs to the kennel, I'll have them clip their nails. That's usually I
Yeah.
just let them do it. I have never done it. I don't ever want to do it, and so they charge $10 a dog. So it's a small price to pay to get that done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of quiet. I don't know what's going on today. Todd's
You
not
want me to be
talking.
louder?
Deb's not talking.
I could be loud.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure of it.
Let's hear it, Todd.
Hey,
That's it? That's all you got? Come on now. Man up. Come on.
Bring it all. Put it all out on the table.
I haven't got
How
a
many
lot of
packages
energy.
you got going out?
Me?
Yeah.
6.
Awesome. Good job.
Yeah. Average.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, I'll take
Not
it.
too shabby.
Any sale's a good sale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take mine out and get some more coffee. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Yesterday I sold $125 worth of stuff. Junk.
One less. Oh well, what did you say? Six less things in your house. Just think of it that
That's
way.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, but every garage sale day I bring twice as much as I have back in.
Well, that's the whole thing. You got to stop going to those darn garage sales.
They get you every time.
They do.
Every time.
So
Alana says she grooms her dog with the Flowbee. I've heard that's really good. She said turned out great, except her feet, they look like Grinch feet. And then Karen says she went to Ulta dumpster yesterday to get some bubble and some boxes. They lock up all the cosmetics now, so I don't even bother anymore. I got home, and one of the boxes had 2 more Morph eyeshadow palettes. Wow,
show me.
and those things aren't cheap.
Show me. What's it do?
I can't see where
Those are like a
steps are not hearing that.
small fortune for those things.
Oh.
I think it was an employee who stashed them to go back for later. I had no idea they were at the bottom of the box. That's awesome.
Who's that
Liz-
talking?
It's Gwen.
She's
Gwen.
home. Is school over?
School is
Yeah.
out. School.
Oh, good.
Over summer.
Great. We're gonna trade up. We're gonna trade Todd for Gwen. You're out, Todd. We want Gwen. It's all girl panel. Oh shoot, my phone's ringing.
Gwen don't pay any attention to that East Coaster. Crazy ladies out there in the East Coast.
Yep. Yep.
I want to go to the East Coast.
See,
Good morning,
she's smart. She wants to come to the East Coast.
Listen,
That's
listen,
it.
listen to Carol's voice. Gwen, guess where she's from?
I'm from Texas.
What?
I said I'm from Texas.
Yeah, she says y'all, and we'll see if she
You're all, yeah. You're all. Howdy, partner.
used to could.
Beth.
Have a rootin' tootin' good time.
Gotta say, I used to could.
I used to could.
I used to could do that. And I'm fixing to.
I'll really give her some of my New England accent.
There
I
you
parked
go.
the car in Harvard Yard.
I packed a car and have it yet.
Went under the house.
It's A-H.
Yeah.
Park the car in Harvard Yard.
I
Oh my gosh.
You know, we sound kind of stupid trying on each other's accents.
I don't sound stupid. I don't know what you're referring to, Todd.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Giddy up, cowboy.
I
Yeah,
might
there we
have-
go. That's a good one. See, I don't even know the sayings. That's how
Carol,
northeast I am. I don't even know what they say in Texas.
How about
Carol
Y'all
say, I'm fixing to park the car.
Say it.
ah,
I'm fixing to park the car.
I'm fixing to park the car.
Oh, did I say it with an accent? I was trying to not do it.
No, you did it with an accent.
how about Yontu? Yontu.
Yantu?
Uh-huh.
What's that? Chinese?
No.
Yantu.
You want to?
It's 2 syllables, like hard.
It's Yantu.
Forward.
You know what they say a lot here is use.
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 Well, see,
Like
maybe
to
the Northeast
use.
has proper English because use is not thing.
I know.
What's the other one? Want to?
Yantu.
That's not normal.
It's with a Y. Want to?
Oh, Yantu. That's even worse. All right, Yantu is even worse.
It's like you want to all together.
Want to?
Great.
Or you wanna?
At least
Well,
that's
around
English.
here, well, not as much anymore. The younger kids don't do it, but around here, when we were younger, we used to call package stores the packy.
The packy.
Yeah, if you say the packy, you know what you're saying. Like, you have to go to the packy. That means the package store, which is to buy alcohol.
Oh,
I wouldn't even associate those two together.
yeah. I thought you were talking about
I thought you were
Packy
talking
is
about
well. If you're in the Northeast, well, it's more my generation. The new ones don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like a UPS store to me too. That's what I thought you were talking about.
That's what they used to call liquor stores. Was package stores. I don't know why they called them that.
That's weird.
Yep.
Pack 'em in brown paper.
So we call it the packy.
Frankie
Never
Spine
heard
says
of that.
my mom used to say squeat, which was it's time to eat.
Yeah, let's,
Where's she from?
yeah, let's squeak.
Where is that from? Is that Texas too?
Let's
Squat.
go.
Sweet.
No, she's from New York. Squat. Let's go out.
No.
It was so interesting for me being in California to Mike being in Kansas. It took a long time for me to understand what he was saying. It took a lot of what? Huh?
Yeah.
What was that? And then when I met his dad, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was like he had Walter. It had his own language.
Yeah. I couldn't understand that guy.
Could not hardly understand what I mean, he was, he talks like, what's that guy on that? It's not Longmire. It's that guy on that cartoon.
Quagmire.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch that show, but I know the.
No, it's not Quagmire.
Oh.
Or on Waterboy, that guy from the the Louisiana.
Yeah.
The
Cajun.
yeah, almost like that. That's exactly like that's how I would say because that guy I could not understand him. I couldn't.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was the same way. I could.
You'd probably have to live with him for 5 years to find out what he was talking about.
When
but I would kind of get one word, and then I could kind of figure out what he was trying to talk about.
See, this is my daily life, Valerie. I do that all the time. Like I pick out one word that I could understand and then I piece it all together myself. And so it's like a brain game almost. When I can't understand, what somebody's talking about.
Right. You'd be okay with me, Sally, because when I can't understand somebody or someone, I tend to get louder and louder. And then I start doing sign language. I have a neighbor, he's from Greece. And when he goes back and forth from Greece to here, right? He actually just moved last week, thank goodness. But when he came back, he'd have really, because they speak Greek, so he'd have I couldn't understand him. So here I am, it's raining out. I'm showing rain coming down, and I'm screaming. I go, people must think I'm retarded, I'm not because I'm doing it because he can't understand me. I do sign language. Oh my God. And I yell and I'm like, oh my God. Brian used to be like, oh my God, looking at me talking to the guy. His name was Tony. Looking at him over the. Brian's like, oh my. Brian would just walk away. He wouldn't even bother.
Uh, Karen says she's going to try to have a yard sale.
Oh,
And
good.
her son and daughter-in-law are coming out for the weekend to help.
Oh, yay.
Purging eBay stuff that won't sell.
Great. We'll send all our stuff to your yard sale. You can sell it for us.
That's right. That's right.
We'll hire Nikki to
forgot
take
I
a
had
big tractor trailer and just go around to all our houses, collect our stuff, and
There you
drop
go.
it off.
There
Can
you
you
go.
imagine all the stuff that you would accumulate just doing that? That would be
No kidding.
crazy. It'd be awesome, but it'd be crazy.
Yep.
I have enough to fill a tractor trailer. No lie.
Oh, I know. I'm close.
I have enough.
I'm close.
With
I have enough
all
of
the
my.
stuff,
I have enough of my normal stuff to fill a tractor, like my own stuff to fill a tractor trailer. Let alone stuff that I bought to resell.
I have enough stuff in my garage to fill a tractor trailer.
I have enough stuff in my
If
garage
not more.
to fill a house up. Like if someone was buying a house, I have recliners, a bed, tables. I don't know.
Yep. Oh, Alana says, "Oh my God, my label's just printed correctly. I'm going to celebrate."
Yay!
Good job.
Congratulations. Yeah, I don't have a Dymo printer.
I'll never go.
I have a laser printer. It's easy. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I do once I do things a certain way, it takes me like something has to break before I change up to upgrade.
Mhm.
I'm like, I get set in my ways, and even if it's a longer way of doing it, because I do it so fast that it doesn't. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like it's any longer because
No, I do things. I know I do things antiquated, which.
Yeah.
But only when I'm forced to. I hate technology.
I know.
I would still be using carbon paper if I could.
I know. Carol, you on Instagram yet?
Oh no, I haven't done anything.
Oh, okay.
I did that video and then I went for a walk last night.
Come on.
Yeah, well, I got to lose weight
Why?
because I've gained 15 pounds since November.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I really did. I
You look
shouldn't say that.
really good.
I lost 2 pounds. No, I looked really bad. That's why I went walking because I cried after.
I don't know why. You look really good.
No, and I do have a pancake butt now. Like I'm older, but in the video, I'm like, oh my god, I look like I have a big fat butt, and I don't. I have like no butt. I have a gut and boobs, but no butt. But even in that picture, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get walking. I have lost 2 pounds, so
Good.
of the 15 I gained, so I'm still up 13.
That's
Mind you.
okay. You
Yeah,
know what?
hey-
You're just gaining muscle.
Yeah, well,
And
my
muscle
calves are really strong. Yeah, but
muscle is heavier than fat.
well,
So, there you go.
yeah, but my clothes are tight. There's no you can't win. It's tough aging.
I think you're doing great, Carol. I mean, with the the walking that you're doing and stuff, you're just
I'm
like Valerie
prolonging
said,
my
gaining
miserable
muscle
life.
and
No, I'm prolonging my miserable life. I had a grandmother who walked because she never drove because, they didn't have cars back then, right? And they couldn't afford them or whatever. She lived till she was 99 because her heart was so darn strong. So now I'm just making my heart stronger so I can be freaking alone for another 45, 50 years.
you're not gonna be alone for 50 years.
Nope.
Don't say that.
And I cut all my hair off. Did you see all my hair?
I
cut off?
love your hair
It
like
looks
that.
good.
It's
Actually,
a
it's
great-
grown back. I already had to dye the roots because it's already grown back.
It's a great length for you. I really like that cut.
I always had long
think
hair,
so,
so
too.
for me, it's not. I don't know.
And you don't have a square head.
I do. It's
I don't
you
can't wait
do.
to see it.
No, you
No, I can't wait
don't.
to show you in real life. Honestly, I'm not trying to be. I'm not making fun. That's just my head. I don't mind it. Like I said, it really is. It's just the hair makes it look different.
Okay. If you say so.
Well, if you touch your forehead and you can feel a point, if it comes to a point, right? What does that mean? It's a corner, which it would be what? It's a square. Come on now. But I don't think it's bad. I just think it's square.
Oh my gosh. No.
So you're saying you look like a Lego figure or something?
No, she
Maybe.
says she looks like Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. I'm more like a Frankenstein. Lego's a little bit too. Mine's not sharp to a point like a Lego. It's more rounded like Frankie.
Uh-huh.
You know how he has that little bit. You know what I mean? It's rounded.
You're silly.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
I think you're beautiful.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, only a friend would say that. So thank you.
I'm not your friend.
What?
I'm your friend.
All right, Valerie's my friend. All right, screw you, Sally.
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna send you some of my crap just because you said that. My worst crap. I'm gonna send it. Just to be like, what the hell?
I'm just
I'm gonna
kidding,
hit the
Carol.
streets when I go for my walk. I'm gonna see like I don't know people's dirty underwear in a box or something. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna send it to you. Saying, "Oh, hope you can make money on it, Sally." You'll be like, "How can I?"
I
tell her to
probably
drop it?"
could. I probably could.
No, I know you probably could, Sally. You sell better than I do. I've been selling crap.
She would take those dirty underwear, put them in a baggie, and then she'd get one of those crazy people that say, "I want some smelly shoes," and then
Yeah.
she'd put
She's
the
like,
underwear
no, but I
in
have
those
some
smelly
stinky underwear
shoes.
for you.
Oh my
Oh.
god! And then put some ramen noodles in there, make it nice and
Yeah.
stinky.
Oh, I heard that you put ramen noodles in someone's shoe. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, get your own ramen noodles and stink it up yourself.
They didn't know that's what I used though. They wanted like real stink, and that's what I sent them.
Well, you gave it to them, all right. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
You should have sent it with a can of open tuna fish. Here you go.
Yeah, I'd say if you want to do that, you can do it yourself.
Yeah, I would be like, no, thank you.
Nope.
I'll pass on the sale. I'm not that desperate
Yep.
for a sale.
That's right. That's right.
I'm selling something today on Craigslist.
Good.
Well, see there.
Yeah.
See?
All these little end tables I've had. I have all these little end tables everywhere, like metal plant stand type tables. I don't even know why I have so many of them. I don't have plants in my house, so I don't know why I have plants.
Did you used to? Did
No. I
Oh.
used to have them like, put one here, put one. You know how like you need one, like almost like not an end table, but I don't know. I don't even know what I put on it.
Yeah.
I had this crazy idea. You better get ready.
Oh yeah. If Valerie says it's crazy, the lady who's jumping out of a plane says she has a crazy idea. Look out.
Yep.
What is it?
So I had a thought yesterday that I think what I want to do is I want to completely gut my house. Like, not like the walls and stuff.
And
but
redecorate?
I want to like take everything out. Like everything. Furniture, everything.
Okay.
And then, because I think I want to get rid of my couch. And I need a bigger workspace. I need a bigger desk area.
Yeah.
And maybe try to redo the house some way.
I always want to take it out and redecorate, not to make myself a bigger work area.
Well, that's all I do. So why not make it a little more, comfortable?
Yeah.
Have my recliner. I don't use the couch. The dogs use the couch.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't sat on my couch. Well, I shouldn't say it once in a while, like or whatever. If I'm on the phone, I just lounge around because I
Right.
can't lounge on my seat that I normally lounge on because Toby has taken over that. And if I sit there, like if he's laying there and I sit on there, he leaves. He gets down and leaves. Like he won't even snuggle. Like my other dog was a snuggler. I loved it. He used to hug me like a little baby. This one's like, yeah, out of here.
Does he sleep with you though?
He won't go up the stairs anymore. He fell one time or did something on the stairs, so now he won't come upstairs.
Oh.
No, he's fine down there. He's living large. He's sleeping on that. He's sleeping on that. Like I told you, on the couch on the blanket that Brandon got me.
Yeah.
He wants to know if Brandon can pick my name next year. He'll put on a request. Oh,
Oh my gosh. No. But I mean, Sally,
it is a comfortable blanket. It's a really nice, furry, comfortable blanket. It's like very soft.
Uh-huh.
So I don't blame him for stealing it.
Why not?
But
It is very soft.
yeah, it's super soft. Like that's why I sit on the couch and like in the winter you just get chilly. So you put that over your ball, just to
Mm-hmm.
Just to have something over you. Yeah.
right. And now it's his. I gotta wash it today.
But yeah, so I don't know. I have an idea.
Well, if you're moving, it's not a bad idea to start downsizing anyway.
True. I mean, I don't
You don't
have
know
much,
if you're moving, but
I don't have much furniture. I have a TV. I have one of those. It's like a TV stand, but it's like an electric heater.
Yep.
I have one of those,
Mhm.
and then I have a recliner and a couch and a couple of end tables. But
I have so much furniture.
I don't have a lot of furniture. I don't need a lot of furniture. I don't need this couch. This couch is more of a hindrance to me than a help. So I thought maybe if I could utilize, I don't know.
Sally, Sally, if you watch I had a video. I did Steve and Steph. I won a package from them. They had a, I don't know, 100,000 sub giveaway or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the background, you can see Mr. Toby laying on the blanket in my real living room. Yeah, yeah, it's the one that says like Steve and Steph. I'm in it, but
Okay.
yeah, he's laying on the blanket.
It's on your channel.
Yeah, it's probably like a month or so ago. But you'll see it if you look at the videos. You'll see my face because that's like the thumbnail. So it's only the only other one I'm in, really, pretty much. Yeah, he's laying. You'll see him sitting on the couch, laying on that blanket.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, he's a devil.
Okay, I'm gonna take my packages out. I'll be back in a minute.
Wish I could say that. No, I did sell 3 things this morning, I say, because overnight.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's jewelry. You think that's going to make a dent in my hoard? No.
I sold jewelry too. I sold bangles.
I sold an earring. What else did I sell? An earring. I sold 3 things. I can't even think of what the other thing was. One was these gold tone earrings. I don't care. They were no name brand or whatever. And I put a best off and I took whatever. I didn't even care. Like they could offer me $1. I would have taken it. Do you know what I mean? I just want to get rid of it.
Right.
What was the? I mean, they didn't offer me $1. I'm just saying they could have. I sold something else. I sold 3 things. I can't remember what the other item was. They must not have given me an offer because I can't remember what it looked like. But it was like jewelry. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I sold a lot of bangles yesterday, and then and that's
Great.
it. That's all I sold. But
hey, it's good.
I listed like 3 or 4 lots yesterday of like one had like beads and stuff and earrings, and then another one had just beads. And so I'm just trying to get rid of. I put them in a padded flat rate,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm starting them at like $7 or $8. I'm not asking for a lot,
Yeah, just to get it out. Yep.
yeah, just to make a little bit on it, and then
Yeah, I did that with broken jewelry, like broken people like if pots and beads, and
hmm
I did a padded flat rate and I sold it. That was the other day. That was yesterday.
yeah, that's
And not
awesome.
for a lot, because it's all broken and gross stuff. So like whatever, if they can make use of the beads or the broken pieces, you know.
Yeah,
I normally usually throw them out, but
usually throw them out.
I used to throw them out for the longest time until
Oh,
Nashana Lee told me, "Oh, don't, because you can make money off it." I'm like, "What?" See,
yeah.
I'm the worst reseller, but
Oh,
I'm like, "Really?" Thank God she told me. I was, you know,
yeah,
or
yeah.
stuff I didn't want to sell. I just got, you know what I mean? Like, but I
I just
recycled it, but I
run
I
'em up.
just threw it out. Yeah.
Right,
Well, mine was more like a craft bag. You know, I did a craft bag of
right.
stuff.
Like Crafter's Lot. Yeah.
Yep.
I sold something on Poshmark, and I can't find the email. That's weird.
Did you look in your spam folder? And if you can't find it, you can ask them to send you another one on
Oh,
Poshmark.
okay.
Because I've done that before. Like I've deleted it, and I'm like, "Oh no, that's where the label is, right?" And then, because
Right.
sometimes I put an offer, and then you say, "Yay, you sold it," and I deleted the wrong one or whatever. I did something, and I go in and I delete You know, I empty my trash, I empty my spam folder. I'm always like clearing that stuff out. So I didn't have it, and then I'm like, "Oh no!" So I just sent them. They resent it to me. So
Oh,
there's a
that's
place
weird
on it. Yeah.
because it's like not even in my folder right there. So,
Hmm.
and I don't see it in my junk either. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Yeah, there it is in my junk pile.
there you go. Yeah, I sold something yesterday from Posh, but not today. Well, it's still early in the morning as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I sold a Mish purse
Oh, the
cover thing.
cover, yep.
I might get to it. There it is.
Morning, Toby.
You're doing pretty good though.
Go, go, go.
Toby is
What?
he's
Sally,
doing Toby's
I can't hear
doing
you.
good health wise.
My Toby? I can't hit Sally.
I said yeah.
You're breaking in and out.
Oh, am I?
It might be me. I don't know.
Okay. That's
It might
probably
be me too, because I'm walking.
Let me. I've got so many
It
pages
could be me too,
open.
because I'm walking
I
up and down
probably
stairs and getting him his food, taking him out.
um.
Yeah, he's gonna be 3 next month. Oh, this month actually. He's a young guy.
Oh, I thought he was older than that.
No, he's only 3. No, I had one before that I had to put down, and no, he's just a little guy. That's why he's so hyper. And now he's
Yeah.
going back on my good grass. Toby, not there. Everywhere else. He has half the yard, and he does it on the one patch of grass near the pool. Excuse me, that's not your peeing station. Here you go. Be a good boy. No, we're not going out yet. I'm going back upstairs. I gotta stay away from you. He's looking at me. He's like, maybe she'll go out.
Maybe if I bug her enough, maybe she'll.
He does, and I feel bad. Then I feel bad, like I gotta stop reading stuff on the stupid internet. I was reading something before. It was I don't know if it was a poem or I don't even know what it was. I was reading something, and they said they may be, dogs are part of our lives, but we're their whole life. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, all he has is me and I'm pathetic. I'm like, oh no. So then I feel worse. Every time I read something about an animal, my dogs get like pampered.
Guilty.
Wouldn't you, if you heard that, like, so in other words, like, yeah, they're a part of us, but we're their whole life.
Yeah.
All of them, yeah.
Well, see, you guys have other dogs, so they have a little friend.
Right. Yeah.
He's stuck with me. You got to feel for the guy.
Aww.
And I have a feeling he might have a Texas accent. He might not understand me. He might not understand me.
Oh, this is Mama.
Oh yeah, he does. And it was funny because before, like he was a man's dog, like, and from a baby, I'm home, so like I used to take him for play dates and do all kinds of stuff, and everything was around Toby, and he loved Brian. Like everything was about Brian. Like if Brian came home, it was like, yeah, I don't even know you.
Right.
Now he's latched on to me. He's closer to me now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, he's like, shoot, I'm stuck with this one. Better stop being nice to her. Even though I'm the one that bought him all kinds of treats. Although Brian would feed him more, like, here, every time we went by the kitchen, there's a cabinet. Oh yeah, here,
Mm-hmm.
little chow puppies,
Oh,
Bless you.
bless you.
Thank you. Roscoe and Elvis used to be the same way. Roscoe was Mike's dog. Elvis was my dog. But as soon as Mike came home, I mean, they were on him. They were, I didn't have anybody snuggling with me. We'd just be sitting in our recliners and they'd both be on him, getting all the love. And then he would go in the bedroom and watch TV and they would both go in there with him. And it was just all about, and he'd give them scraps and treats and stuff like that. And I don't give my dogs any scraps whatsoever. They don't get, every once in a while, they'll get a McDonald's hamburger patty. If they're, if I'm out and about or whatever, and I feel bad because they're left here by themselves. That's horrible for me to say that, but, yeah, sometimes I'll do that. And then sometimes I'll give them little pieces of my steak or whatever. But I don't normally give table scraps or anything to the dogs. They just get dog food.
It's actually healthier for him, but I do give Toby. Last night I made grilled cheese, and I had to give him. He's the only dog around that doesn't take those stupid flea and tick and heartworm pills that are like chewies, like they make them like a chewy, so that's like a treat for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he doesn't find it fun, and he don't take them. So I had to make a grilled cheese and slip one in under the cheese. I'm like, I better not take that. I'll be like,
just be careful, make sure that you give him the treat and you don't take the treat. That wouldn't work very well.
Can you imagine me calling poison control? I think I had a chewable flea and tick pill. They'd be like, what the? It was in the grilled cheese. I didn't know.
Even though I'm the one who put it there.
Yeah, I put it there to trick my dog. And when I'm nerved up like that, forget it. I tell like the whole story. I'd be like, "Well, I've been going back to my husband died. I'm by myself. I have to feed." I'd tell them the whole story. They'd be like, "Oh my god."
And then at the end, he'd prescribe you like some Xanax or something.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, but that's what I do though.
We have
'Cause
to pump
I
your
feel like
we have to pump your stomach, and then we have to give you Xanax.
yeah. Well, no, but when like something happens, I feel like I have to almost like give them the precursor of like how it happened. Like I don't know how it came about. I don't know. Instead of just saying I swallowed a thing, what could I take? No, I have to go back to the whole story. I know I do it, and Brian used to laugh because one time I don't know what happened. There was a police guy out front, and he was talking to me, and Brian's like, "Oh no, you're gonna go back to like when you were in kindergarten and the nuns with the kite." And he was like, like, "Oh my god!" He's like, he walked away because he'd laugh. He thought it was hysterical.
Now, Roscoe, he knew he didn't like those pills. The chewy ones, you could slip him into anything. He still wouldn't. He'd eat all the way around it, but he would never eat that.
Well,
pill.
that's what Toby usually did, but I had to cut the grilled cheese in 4
Right.
and sneak it in, so he kind of swallowed it. You know how like they
Yeah.
sometimes just chew it once and then just swallow it.
Yeah.
So what did your dog? What'd you do for your dog?
Well, Mike, what he would do is he would have to get Roscoe, and he'd actually open his mouth
And throw it in?
put it in his throat. And then he would have to keep his mouth closed. I mean, not with his nose covered or anything.
Yeah,
but,
just
so they could
swallow it.
breathe. But just so because he would automatically just spit it out. He
Yep.
just would not. He would not take it.
All my dogs just did that. I had
could
those
never do
pill pockets. One of my, I think it was Buddy. He used to chew all the thing, and you think, oh, he got it, he ate it, right? All of a sudden, he at the end of his tongue, he go, puh, puh, and he'd
Yeah.
spit it out, and it'd be
Yep.
like, what?
Son of a
Yeah, we used to do it with peanut butter, but then he got wise on the peanut butter. So then we had to do like different. We had to keep changing it up. Like by the time he was like older, that like he had to take pills for. He had his legs. You know how like older dogs, their legs or whatever. So he was on like pain meds or whatever,
right.
and it made him feel good, but he wouldn't take them. So it was like we put it in different things, and once he knew that was in that, he would never eat that item. So we had to keep changing it. It was like very hard to come up with stuff to throw pills in.
Yeah, definitely. What I have been using for probably the last year is and it works for them. It seems like it works pretty good. Is that stuff that you just put on their coat?
Yeah, I hate that stuff. I used to use it on my other dogs, and then I like the chewy because it. Well, for me, when I felt like when I touched it, I was getting it on me. I don't. I just don't like.
Right.
You know, like the first day when you put it on, it's like that drippy.
Yeah. But yeah, that seems to work, and
What about heartworm?
I don't use heartworm.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a crock.
Well, that's from mosquitoes.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, I mean, I think it just like I found a freaking tick on Fuzzy. We never find ticks on the dogs. I think last year Brandon had a tick on him. You know, but it wasn't like fat or anything. It just got on him. But we found a tick on Fuzzy like last week, and I mean, he's older now. I mean, it's, you know, I'm just gonna let it go because I just, you know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen pretty much. And there's not really anything. I gave him heartworm medicine before, but I'm not gonna continue with it because I just don't feel like it's something that's gonna save his life.
Right.
It's, you know, I really don't. But
I'd rather not give the dog stuff. But my luck, he'd have like heartworms, and then they'd be like, "Well," it made me feel like a bad mother, like I was neglecting. I'm very guilt-ridden with stuff, so like,
yeah, you know, I mean, really, it's the same thing You know, I mean, if it makes you feel better to do it for your dog, then I'd say do it.
I'd
Yeah.
rather not do it, but no. But if he gets sick from whatever, and I didn't do it, then I'd be like,
Right.
I'd feel guilty. Like I'm so stupid. Like I know better. You know.
Right.
Nitty Gritty Picker says the only thing I found for my dog to eat with pills is shrimp.
Interesting.
That's a weird thing because my dog, I don't think would eat shrimp. I don't eat shrimp.
I don't know.
So
Mine would. I don't know.
It's all right, Hank. You'll be all right. She's having problems with autocorrect today.
Uh-oh.
when I'm on my phone, I sound like when I type something, when I text or type in chat. Honestly, people must think I'm illiterate because it's like it always ends up being like I instead of I'm. Like it takes it out. Like so, it's like it misses letters or it changes the words, and I don't proofread before I click. So
Right.
it's like, oh my! And I look at it, I'm like, what the hell? I can't even make out what I wrote. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Now, if I'm on my desktop, it's fine. It's the stupid phone.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I think
I
everybody
agree.
knows because how many times
Oh
you
yeah.
see something, you're like, yeah, you all know what.
Yeah. You figure it out. Read between the lines. Yep. Definitely. My mother-in-law, she'll text me, and it'll be something. I'll really have to read, like, kind of. How would you say it? Like, take everything apart and then put it together
Mm-hmm.
like it
Yeah,
should be,
yeah,
and kind of read between the lines on that to figure out what she's trying to say. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
that's okay.
I forgot that I had to send that Poshmark out today. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. I think I have one coming. I didn't have very many shorts, so I had to order a couple of pairs. Yeah. Poshmark kind of frustrates me. People on Poshmark. Like, they're kind of like hobby sellers, and like they got 5 things in their store. And I didn't notice this when I bought the item, but when I'm going back to their closet, because they still, 5 days and they still haven't shipped the item, and I'm like, what's going on here? So I go in and look at their closet. Well, they only have 5 items. They probably don't even know that they had a sale. And there was 2 pairs of shorts. I messaged both of them, and I said, because there were 2 different sellers, and I said, are you planning on selling these or sending these shorts? I kind of need them for vacation. And they never responded to my message. I got a message from Poshmark saying, we've notified this seller, and, they're sending the item. But it's like, what are you doing? I guess not priority or whatever,
yeah.
but
But like you said, especially with 5. Now, if they had 400 or 800, I'd say they probably can't find them.
right, exactly. They're probably looking for them, can't find them.
But usually by that time, if you're like, like I said, I had that happen when I found the stupid skirt under towels in the hamper. But yeah, I still don't know how that happened. But yeah, I just refunded her like after the 2-3 days. You know what I mean? I gave it to the third day. I'm like, whatever. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I refund right away after that. Like I don't wait a week, and
yeah, yeah.
it would have been months because I just found it the other day, and it was like maybe a month ago or something that I sold it.
Yeah, I had that happen. I think last year I ordered a pair of shoes, and the lady actually was in St. Joseph, which you guys have heard me talk about St. Joseph. It's about an hour away, and the lady never shipped them. It never shipped, and I was like, and I waited, and they said, well, you can cancel the order now, and I was like, but I really wanted these shoes. It was a good deal. They were good, good looking shoes. I think they were new actually, and it was a good price and everything. So I was like, no, I want the shoes. Just send me the shoes. They never did, so I just canceled.
Sometimes too, I think people put stuff on and then like forget about it. If you're not like a real reseller, like if you're just really cleaning out your closet and you put like 5 things on, life happens, and I could see you not even thinking about that you have something listed on Poshmark.
Right, right.
Ow.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I was thinking about, that lady that I had talked to about reselling, and so I've been kind of thinking about it a little more, and I'm like, maybe I should, maybe that would be an opportunity to, maybe see what's in her storage. I don't know if she would even be open to that, but you know,
What lady?
well, I went to pay my car payment, and the lady was, I guess, reading my like application for credit or whatever, and
Mhm.
she said, "So your occupation is a reseller. What what is that?" And I said, "Well, I resell used items for a profit." She goes, "Really?" And then she started thinking about it, and she was like, "Well, that would be great because I'm going to be retiring soon, and I need something, to bring in some kind of an income, besides Medicare or whatever." And I said, "Yeah, it's a great way for to have a supplement. And you can stay on your property, you can stay home, and you can do it from home and everything." She's like, "But I don't have internet," and I'm like, "Well, you're probably going to need some internet if you're
Yeah,
serious."
internet.
She was like, "Well, I'll just do it on my phone," and I was like, "Well, if you're going to get hot and heavy into it, you definitely want to get internet, and you want to get a computer, um, which I know Nikki, she's always done stuff off of her, ran her business off of her phone, but
It's not as comfortable doing it on the phone. And
no,
as you get older,
yeah,
the phone is not as easy to reach.
no, it's not older friendly. So, but I don't see her really doing anything like that. But definitely if she's looking to get rid of stuff, I mean, and she's not going to do a yard sale. She already said that. So maybe there's some possibility there.
Yeah.
Say, hey, uh, let me see what you got, and I might be willing to buy some stuff. I don't know. Like I need stuff.
I know.
So, yeah. Maybe I need to concentrate on my plethora of goodies before I start going to look for
I
other.
don't you feel like, oh, this is what I always feel like doing, like putting a big box full and like listing on like some way, like, you know what I mean? Like a wholesale lot, you know what I mean? Just like to get a big
Yep,
chunk out at one time.
yep, yep.
Because the fun part is sourcing, right?
Right. Oh, I love sourcing.
Yes,
I
I'm
love
saying. So,
love it.
you know,
But once it's weird, and this is something that I kind of realized is that once it's so I get it home, I get it stacked, like I'm going to list it, and then I go to the store again and get more stuff, and so the newer stuff goes on top of the not so newer stuff because it's not shiny anymore.
right.
I've done the treasure hunting part of it, and
Well, the thing you should
you know,
do, this is how you beat that, is saying, I can't go thing until I finish the first pile. So it gets your momentum to clear it out so you can go.
yeah, then I would never go anywhere.
No, but I'm saying, just say you went, well, not when you go on vacation, because I know you're going to come back with a ton of stuff. But like just say you go to the Goodwill today, just say
Uh-huh.
you went and you bought 10 things. Just start with those 10 things. And, oh, someone's waving. Who's this? I don't know who this is. Oh, Brandon. I was like, who is this? I'm not used to seeing his face. Now, if he showed his belly, I'm like, who is this person? But then I saw the background. I'm like, that's Sally's house. Wait a second. Oh my God.
But yeah, you're right.
If you only buy like 10 things, not how you said you're buying, quality things, just put those
Mhm,
10 things in a pile, not your back stock, because at this point, we're all in that game that we've had so
right.
much in that pile. But just say, I cannot go back to Goodwill until I've listed these 10 things. And if it takes you 1 week, a day, 10
Right.
days, you know what I mean? Just the 10 things, like, because you're buying more, you know, like you said, you have the ability now just to buy you're being more selective.
Right.
So you're not buying,
Yeah.
it's not like the bag sale where you
Yeah.
came in with like
That
500 pounds.
sounds like a great idea, but I am a
You won't
rebel.
have
I'm a rebel against myself. I am. It's the truth. I rebel against my own
All right,
rules.
so you know what you do? You look in the mirror and say, no, you can't go. And then you fight with yourself. Yeah, I can go. No, I can't. So whatever.
And you know who wins? The one that
Shut.
says yes you can. 'Cause- But I totally get what you're saying. Like I have a pile here.
That's how I
I have a
used to
pile
do it. That's
here.
how before, like the past year, it kind of got out of control for me. But before that, I used to, whatever I got, because I was so excited I got it, I'd list it because I could list fast. I'd list it all right away because I'm hoping it would sell. And then I'd
Right.
pile it downstairs, and then I'd have a big pile, mind you, because it wouldn't sell, just say, but it would be all listed.
Right. Right. If only.
That's how
If
I used to
only
do
it
it.
was that easy.
I know I don't do it now because now I have so much stuff that it's like I need room to put it. So
Yeah.
it's like I need to downsize. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff in the past 7 months, but you never know it.
Text to Valerie says, I just got here and it's almost over. Crazy busy morning. She said, Valerie, you remind me of my sister. We have retail therapy sessions every day. Then the pile's overwhelmed, so you leave the house and go surf to make yourself feel better.
That's so very true.
Mm-hmm.
Liz says, hire a lister. I know. All the reasons not to. It is life changing. I believe that.
So
I believe
speaking of that, I'm going back to the bins today with my dog.
Good for
Sally,
you.
Sally,
Good for you.
Sally.
Ah.
There was a stranger in your house. Brandon
Mm-hmm.
came on the screen, and I'm like, "Who is this guy?" Because I never see his face; I only see his stomach. And I'm like, I thought it was just someone else, like coming on, until I saw the things in the background. The
Yep.
catchers. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Brandon.
I said, get out of my chair. And he goes, I was waving to people.
That was startling. I'm like, who is this? Because all you could see was his face. So I'm like, who is that? Now, his stomach, if he put his stomach to the thing, I'd be like, oh, there's Brandon, this naked man.
Yep. I did start my thing, and I'm doing something different. I'm doing, if I list something, I'm color in a heart, and if I sell something, I cross it. So so I know what I've listed and what I've sold for the
Cool.
month. So
Very good. I'm proud of you.
thank you. I just
Frank?
if I can
Anything
keep
like
up.
that is a good motivator too. You know what I mean? Like just
I love how Beth does her. All
Oh,
of her
I know.
I can do it. I know I can do it. It's just
It
making the
takes a
time.
little extra time.
Yeah.
what
So
does she do?
she does bullet journaling. So she tracks like basically every aspect of her life,
What?
and that kind of helps her kind of keep on task, lets her know, where she has OCD, and so I think everybody has a little bit of OCD, but it just kind of helps let her know on paper where she stands, you know. Um, so yeah,
You would think I would have OCD about like monitoring like profit margins and all that kind of stuff since I do accounting. Well, I did
right,
accounting.
Right.
but I don't. And the reason being, the reason being is it's so easy for me that at the end of the year, I
Mhm.
can do it in like 2 days, the whole year.
Right.
Like it doesn't take long because it's like, and I enjoy it. It's almost like a fun time for me. It's like not actually putting the taxes in is not fun, but you know what I mean? Like
Right. Right.
doing all the paperwork
All the
prior to,
figuring and
yes, all that is like that's my normal space. Like that's like home to me. Like, oh, that's like fun, you know? Working with numbers is like fun and figuring out stuff like that's my forte.
that's
I don't have
exciting to
many.
you.
Huh?
That's exciting to you.
Yes, I love it. So it's like
So why don't you
I
go
don't
back to
need
school? Get your accounting degree.
I really don't need it. I did go to school, but I did accounting and I didn't even need my degree to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like I had well no, I could go back to school because you need it now, everything you need a degree now. But like I had girls working for me from college and I was explaining stuff to them and they were taking finance in college. I'm like, really? Like you're taking finance? First of all, not for nothing, but they're going to college, taking finance. Here I am, like a high school graduate, explaining, you know,
Yeah.
how to do accounting.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this stage, I don't even, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I might at one point, but I don't
You're
like doing.
you're
I
never
don't like
too
doing
old.
taxes. Now, there's different types of accounting. Taxes and a whole other animal because there's
Right.
always tax changes and all that tax laws. I don't
Right.
really like the tax part of it, and I'm not good at that. There's different specialties within accounting, and people don't realize. You know, what I mean, there's
Mhm.
different areas. Tax accounting is a whole different animal.
Texas Valerie says, I just can't do it. I would lose a paper under all the other papers and get frustrated. So why add the stress? My life is my own idea of organized yet unorganized chaos. However, I do admire how organized other people are. I do too. I'm not organized at all. Yeah, I wish I was organized, but I'm not.
Yeah.
And
I used to be.
and that book, it sits on my desk in front of me, and if I move it, I'll lose it.
Yep.
So it has to sit on my desk and it can't be moved.
Right.
Hi,
Know what else
Mike.
is good? Know what else is good? Would be good too, Sally. And this is just a motivational thing. Is this just at the end? If you fill it in when you color them in when you list it, correct?
Right.
All right. After like 50, do something for you, like a not a bonus, but something that you love, whatever it is, or something, you know, it doesn't have to be costly. I don't care if it's eating a piece of chocolate or whatever. So you get like a reward
Right.
at the end. And it does make a difference because your brain, and you might not know it consciously, but subconsciously, your brain knows it.
Right. Well, that's true.
I mean, that's what you do. Not to compare you with a dog. Oh, who just got a cha-ching?
That was me.
Good
Oh,
job. Get it.
that's what you do with dogs. If you, I mean, not saying with dogs, but you know what I mean. You train them. You reward them with the treat. Sit. You give them a treat. Sit. That's how they learn.
Mhm.
It's true.
Plus, it's good to do something nice for yourself after you did all that hard work. It's not really to train you, but you
Right.
know, like, oh, I got 50 listed. Like, I can whatever.
Source. That would be
All right, whatever you like to do.
Yeah.
Whether you someone get your nails done, whatever your thing is.
Yep.
So it kind of gets you motivated because if you want to do something, you'll push that 50 out real quick if you wanted to go do something.
Oh heck yeah, you will.
Sally get it done every day. She'd be like, I'm listing 100 a day because I want to go sourcing.
That's right.
Absolutely. So you got to get some sleep.
I slept all night.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Are you gonna be okay?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Are you working today?
Yeah, I work at 8.
Well, you better take a nap because you wonder why you and Brandon have all these problems. No, I'm saying bad sleep. I mean, bad sleep habits are not good for your health either.
That's true.
I understand, but I only have to work 2 days and then I get 2 days off. Then I have to work another 2 days.
All right,
So-
yeah, but it doesn't matter how your body is affected today. Your body's being affected today, not 2 days from now when you can catch up. Oh, there's Naked Man. Woo! Sexy.
Ooh.
um, you know what I'm saying?
I'm-
And you're younger, but as you get older, it'll affect you later.
Yeah.
Right.
Money.
Yeah.
There's some money.
No, get out of here.
I need some money. I need
Tell
some
me-
money. I need some money.
I just got
Is
that.
that why
payment
he
for
does
that
the
boat.
dance? He's looking for dollars. Is that why he dances naked in the background?
He's
He
looking
does
for
that dance
dollars.
dance?
I need some money so I can go get some food.
No.
Then go buy some
Mm-mm.
food for tonight.
Not gonna happen.
What do you mean it's not gonna happen? I gotta buy dinner tonight. Gotta buy stuff for dinner. Get money.
You're gonna start teaching Brandon how to list.
Uh-huh.
He knows how to list.
Well,
Yeah.
Me
Tell
and
him
him
to
just had this conversation
I
yesterday.
don't know how to list.
Okay.
Sorry,
Explain why you don't list anymore.
I don't list.
why?
Why?
I
Why?
don't list.
Yeah, I know you don't
I
list.
know too.
When you used to list, what happened?
I didn't get any sales.
He says he didn't get any sales, but he did not
That's-
continue to list.
That's
I did continue
bullshit.
to list. I used
Welcome
to list
to my
20
world.
items a day.
Because he did get sales.
Yeah, he did get sales. And Carol, you can't say shit because you sold 3 things this morning, right?
I got
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I was listing, and I would list about 20 items a day, and I might get one sale a month. It's not worth the.
You got more sales than that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, but eventually it will sell. Eventually you'll get
It's
to a
not worth
point.
the fees of listing.
It builds on itself. You got to put the time in.
For the output, basically.
Yeah, you put the time in ahead of time, and at the end you get the reward
You
later.
Get paid. You get paid.
You put the time in ahead of time, and then
It
you get the
was costing
reward.
more, but no, it was costing me more to list everything than what I was getting in return.
I don't believe that.
I do.
Excuses.
Well, tell them to
Excuses,
list on
that's what
your
it sounds
account.
like to me.
Help you get your death pile done. Because if you had 2 people listing, you'd have nothing to list.
That's right. Oh no. Tim said he got 2 more Veros on Mary Kay. Gonna take what I got left and put it on Poshmark. I think that's the best idea you
Yeah.
could do.
You don't want to have to deal with all that.
Yeah. I would be afraid if you continued to get more Veros that you would get your account suspended. You know, and I don't know how often they can do that and how, you know,
It's just
how
so
many,
weird how they only do it to
like,
certain
the
people and not others.
but there's like a bullseye on you right now because you still have more Veros. And so I would definitely take those down.
Sherry
would
said,
think-
are they real Veros or just individual members messaging you?
No, they're real Veros.
I think they're real
They're
Veros.
taking his listings down
Mm-hmm.
and basically giving him a ding for those. So
He probably made it to a. I'm just guessing here because who knows what eBay does, but since he got the first Vero, they probably put him on a watch list, sort of,
Yeah.
kind of. And
Yeah,
it
I
probably
would-
it
I
might
would
be
think so.
computer generated. I'm not saying somebody's watching it, but like a computer generated to see.
yeah, I completely agree with you, Valerie, Texas Val. She says I'm loving the Poshmark platform even more so now. So far, it's a lot less problem. I agree.
Yeah.
The email to contact the company is claims@smartprotectionbrand.com. That's not eBay. But they're putting the Vero in.
They're putting the Vero in and eBay's actually giving them a ding for it.
Sounds like it. So did
He call eBay?
Tim? Did eBay take your listing down, or did you just get the email? I mean, that's going to make a difference, you know, if you're getting the email, which they could still send you You know, they can get lawyers involved, and they can get. He said they're pretty much a third party that trolls for companies that hire them to vero things for them. I would call eBay. They took the
Yeah, let
listings
eBay
down,
let
said they were
let eBay explain
counterfeit.
it to you. They would tell eBay they're not counterfeit. So
I would call eBay on it to get so eBay took the listings down. So it is a Vero. They said it's counterfeit. I think there's a big bullseye on Mary Kay. And I think they're going to start, you know, um, looking for all of those, the people that have Mary Kay listed. So, you know, I would do that same thing. I would put it all over onto Poshmark. Just be done with it. Valerie said, well, actually, Beth said to Texas Valerie, I'm going to talk next week about bullet journaling for non planners. Some people are just not planners and will never be, and never will be. Yep. I did some research and messaged the company. I have to wait 5 days for a response. Then I can take the next step and call eBay if they don't respond. I think I can get the Veros removed then. Who said that you had to wait 5 days? Did eBay say that, or did the company say that? If the
Yeah, but
company said that, I would call eBay today. I
mhm.
wouldn't wait 5 days. But I guess if you want to get the Veros removed, I don't know. That's crazy though. I mean, just think eBay would not have a business if if everything got, recalled and Veroed, because that's what I mean, everything has a brand. So, you know, it seems like they should be fighting for us, not,
unless it's legit, not real
right,
Mary Kay.
right.
Unless it really is counterfeit. I mean, I don't know. I didn't. We were talking about this the other day. I didn't know Mary Kay was counterfeited, but I know a lot of those high-end makeup things do
Right.
get counterfeited. That's what they have at those flea markets and that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't know Mary Kay was one of the.
Yeah. He said it wasn't on the list, but he said there's something on the Vero program thing on the eBay website saying to wait 5 business days. Basically, just to see what happens, and then you can call them and find out more information and what you can do to get them removed. But I would say in the meantime, yeah, take what you got, and the eBay Vero program is a way for eBay to not have to deal with it. Anyone can put in a Vero for anything. Huh. And Sherry says, I could be wrong, but I believe the legit brands have eBay take care of the real Veros, no third company. Get it? Don't stop. Get it? Get it?
That's right.
So, yeah, it's definitely be an issue, I think.
Who just cha-chinged?
Me.
What was you, Sally?
Yeah, I got paid for the boat.
just got paid. It's Tuesday night. Not that, but you know what I mean.
Mm.
All right, everybody. I think we're going to wrap it up for today. It was a good show. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Sally, Deb, Todd. Thank you, everybody, for coming on.
Thank
And
you, Helen.
we had a good show. And I'll see you tomorrow. Listing challenge tomorrow. So get all your shit together
Yep.
and come in for that. I want 20 people. I challenge you to get into the challenge. I want 20 people in the challenge tomorrow. 20.
Yeah. We need 20.
If Gwen gets on and we're going to have to pay too.
Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Is Gwen going to start listing?
Yeah.
You said she
He's
wants
doing-
to learn. I'm going to force her to do it now.
Cool. Yay. Are we just going to see her hand too?
I don't know.
I guess that's something you have to figure out. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Get ready to list tomorrow and get ready to get in the challenge. So we will see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.